time for the offendometer. Here's how it works. Teams have to tell us who's the offender, what they did, and who they offended. Let us begin.
That's not Gritty, right?
No.
No, it's the Denver Dinosaur. He's a baseball mascot for the Junior League. Let's live in this moment where what I said could be true.
That is Louie, the mascot for the Chesapeake Bay Sox, which is a farm team for the Baltimore Orioles. Who did they offend?
Children looking at that.
Sam and Amber, I apologize in advance.
We're used to it. We're black women.
The Chesapeake Bay Sox offended anatomically savvy fans when they announced their alternate team name would be the Chesapeake Oyster Catchers. This is their original logo. When they become the Oyster Catchers, the logo is this.
Sorry. I meant to say, we're used to it. We're lesbians.
That's the symbol for my club, too.
Well, I don't know what that is, what that looks like. What is that?
My question is, why is the baseball blurry?
Like that's the dirty part.
Because they wanted to look like a pearl.
Right.
But also like a baseball.
But also like a clitoris. Big ass clitoris, too, by the way. Well, I mean...
Let's just stop. Just stop. That is enough about the coochie glove. Now, according to local news, backlash to the Bay Sox alternate logo led to a powerful climax.
Sometimes they get it right.
If you think that's bad, you should see the logo for the Hartford eggplants. Who's this offender?
That's an old shoe.
Yes, that's Secretary of Health and the white California raisin, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Who did RFK Jr. offend this week?
People without measles.
RFK Jr. offended West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey, seen here having a hot dog photoshopped out of his hand. RFK offended the governor by body shaming him to his face at a Make America Healthy Again event. Here's the roast master.
Governor Morrisey, the first time I saw him, I said, "You look like you ate Governor Morrisey." Now, raise your hand if you want Governor Morrisey to do a public weigh-in once a month.
Oh.
Now you see why them Kennedys be getting shot. Let's be thankful, you know, at least RFK left the man's wife out of it.
You're welcome, Denise.
I knew he was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was also mean.
I want to fight him so bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's see your offender. Yes, that's our very own Amber Ruffin. And look at this lovely, well-dressed villain have offended.
I think Amber's in trouble for being too dang cute.
Lock me up, baby.
Amber offended the White House as well as members of the White House Correspondents Association. Amber, following the tradition of Craig from Friday, was fired on her day off as she was uninvited from the White House Correspondents' Dinner when she said that she intended to make fun of the current administration. Amber, do you think you lost the gig because you said too early what you were going to do about going in on Republicans?
I mean, oh my God, I could fucking talk for the next 3 hours. But what I choose to say is this, like, I lost the gig because I was out here talking shit. And I think it's a good thing that I lost the gig because I was gonna show up there and act all the way out. Also, it's not anyone's fault. because when I was hired, we were like, oh yeah, and we'll give it to everybody. And I was like, bet. Then they started fucking disappearing people to a prison in El Salvador. They rolled back fucking civil rights. So I was like, if I make this equal, then I'm also a piece of shit. I can't fucking do that.
A serious question on this, though, Ro, because you're in the White House every day and you see the kind of pressure that the media is under. If the Correspondents Association went ahead and let Amber, after saying publicly that she was going to go in on Trump, do you think that they would have faced some sort of backlash from the administration post-Correspondents' Dinner?
What they did in terms of disinviting her was totally offensive. You know what's so offensive? J.D. Vance, he goes into Europe and lectures them on free speech, and then they are the least free speech administration in my lifetime.
I would say, as your friend and coworker, I very much was looking forward to you bringing your warmth and your tremendous sense of humor to the event. I think you would have been acerbic in the best possible way. I'm very upset that they were as cowardly about this as they were. And if I could tell them anything, I would just say, I'm available.
All right, let's see your offender.
Oh.
That's our friend, Jasmine Crockett. She was here on this show, and I bothered her to death, and she was very nice about it.
Who did she offend this week?
The whites.
Jasmine Crockett offended Attorney General Pam Bondi when she said this on a Tesla takedown organizing call.
On March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes, I'm saying that figuratively. Obviously, everything that I am promoting is nonviolent.
She got a text message in the middle of that call. We gotta take him down. Figuratively now. Now, today is March 29th. If you're watching this live on CNN, it is actually Jasmine Crockett's birthday. Happy birthday, Jasmine. Now, Crockett said all of that in jest, but it did offend Pam Bondi, our Attorney General. What did Pam Bondi say in response to Jasmine Crockett?
Pam had her arrested for domestic terrorism.
Points, that's close enough. Here's the Paminator talking tough on Fox News.
This is domestic terrorism. And Maria, now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. And so she needs to tread very carefully.
Pam Bondi wasn't the only person that Representative Crockett offended this week. There was somebody else she lit up. Who was it?
She offended Texas Governor Greg Abbott by calling him Governor Hot Wheels.
Oh, no.
That is correct. Crockett offended the disabled community and Texas Governor Greg Abbott, seen here telling poor kids that their parents should have worked harder. Here's what Crockett said about Abbott.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
The Congresswoman clarified her comment saying, quote, I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear amongst the most vulnerable. And also, he in a wheelchair. She didn't say that part. She didn't.
It's kind of refreshing to me, like on this show, we tend to go after the Republicans, but Democrats can be just as full of shit, and that is a full of shit statement right there.
But maybe she was talking about the Hot Wheels of these vehicles that are used to deport people so fast without due process because the vehicles move really fast.
But also, he's in a wheelchair.